It's the Superhuman Television Show, your guide to living beyond 100 years in good health. Now, here's your hosts, Carl Lenore and Tony Vanetti.
Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Superhuman Television. I'm Tony Vanetti. You know me from radio and television here in Louisville, Kentucky. And right here is Carl Lenore. He's got a nationwide radio show on the internet.
Superhumanradio.com
is what you want to do. All right, ladies, we're talking to you today. Again, this show is about lifestyle, living longer, living better, trying to avoid what's going to come. What you think is inevitable, which is disease, should not be. You should not think you're going to end up getting sick, okay? That's right. A ridiculous way to live a society, right?
That's right.
I mean, it really is. We all expect to get sick. It's insane.
Right.
So let's try to avoid some of the things that might make us sick. And ladies, what do some of you apply every single day? Not some of you. Some women don't wear a lot of makeup, but today's topic is stuff you put and apply to your face and skin that could irritate that.
Now, it's more than just irritate, too. On average, American women spend about $10 billion a year on cosmetics.
Wow.
A lot of money. The important thing to understand is that the FDA does not protect women against harmful ingredients. A lot of women think that if they go to a store and buy a cosmetic product,
lipstick,
that it's safe, because it wouldn't be sold if it wasn't safe.
Sure.
There's agencies out there.
The American government would protect me.
Exactly. And first of all, that is a myth, okay? And there's lots of other myths that we're going to discuss later on in the show. But what women need to understand up front and foremost is that you must scrutinize the things that you put on your face. They don't just stay on the outside of your skin. You absorb these things into your body, as we're going to show you later. They get into your bloodstream. They cause diseases. They cause damage. And no one talks about this. And according to a survey done by the Environmental Working Group of some 2,300 women, they determined that women put up, here, let's see if I have this at my hand. Women put an average of 182 chemicals. I'm sorry, 126 unique ingredients a day on their bodies and their face.
126 a day?
And some of these ingredients...
Now that combination cannot be good.
No, and don't forget, it accumulates. And some of these ingredients have well-known health risks, but the Food and Drug Administration says, well, it's going on your skin, or you're not consuming it, so it's really not that big of a deal. But as you're going to find out as we talked in the show, you do absorb it. It's just as bad as consuming.
Well, I mean, just think about it. When you do testosterone replacement, your doctor gives you that gel to put on your underarms. Okay, where do you think the testosterone is going through? It's absorbing through your skin.
Yes, exactly.
How does vitamin D come through sunlight? It absorbs through your skin.
That's right.
You obviously are like a sponge. Your skin is like a sponge. You can't absorb those chemicals.
Now, the most important thing that we can share with you today, other than inspiring you to start scrutinizing the things that you put on your body every day without any consideration to its health effects, is to go to a website called Environmental Working Group. It's EWG. Actually, I made a mistake on this. It's actually EWG.org. I apologize. This is my mistake, keystroking it.
.org.
But if you go to EWG.org and you search for the Skin Deep List, and we'll give this website again later in the show. EWG.org stands for Environmental Working Group. And you search for the Skin Deep List. You can put every single cosmetic product that you buy and currently use into their database and search it.
That is awesome.
And it'll have a range. And what you want to do is you want to stick with cosmetic products that are a 3 or less. Because this means that they have very little unsafe ingredients in them.
Okay.
If you have cosmetics that you're buying that you search in the Environmental Working Group database, and they are 4s, 5s, 6s, and so on, and you'll even see they'll start going from green to yellow to red, just like a stoplight, you should not be using these.
Well, I brought our makeup in that we will use in the winter here, that we will use on television. Yes, men wear makeup also. This is from Dior, and I just noticed something. I'm looking on the back. Carl, there are no ingredients. They don't even tell you what's in it.
That's shocking.
They don't even tell you. They say to avoid spraying in your eyes. It's flammable. But besides that, there are no ingredients on what exactly is in this can. Now, I've been putting this on my face for a year.
It may have been on the box. A lot of times they put these things on the box because there's so much they can't put it on the can. But still, no, this is a good point. This is a good point. And the reality is, a lot of the ingredients that you're going to see on these boxes and cans, they sound like something from your kid's chemistry set.
Right.
Methylparaben, propylparaben, ethylparaben, phthalates. I mean, all of these ingredients, you can't make heads or tails of them anyway.
No.
And as you're going to find out in the show, even some of the ones that you think are innocuous and safe, they've been proven not to be.
As a simple analogy is just your ice cream. And when you go, you've seen that very effective ice cream commercial where the guy is trying to read the back of the ice cream tub. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
He reads the back of the thing, and then he goes, okay, if your ice cream has more than these 4 ingredients, and then whatever the ice cream is, he pulls it out. It's like milk, ice, strawberries.
Right,
that's what's in the ice cream. And the other guy is trying to read it, and he can't read the names. They're so long. Why is that in ice cream?
Let me give you a real quick list here, okay? Methyl, ethyl, and propylparaben, phthalates, lead, coal tar.
Lead should not be in your makeup.
Formaldehyde, and here's one that you're going to be shocked by, mineral oil. These are in your
makeup
cosmetic products.
Yes.
And you should not be using them. And when we come back from the break, we're going to talk more about why and what they do to you.
I love that website. Back after this, Superhuman Television.
Superhuman Television will return after these messages.
Your body knows what it wants. It wants to feel stronger, work harder, act faster, and think sharper. Give your body more nutrients, more antioxidants, more protection, more of what it wants. Try Live On Lab's liposomal vitamin C today, risk-free, and give your body the nutrients to support your overall health, without jitters, without side effects. Order online at liveonlabs.com.
Welcome back to Superhuman Television. I'm Tony Vanetti. He's Carl Lenore. Today's topic is cosmetics. Ladies, what you're putting on your face. We already discussed that some women put over 120 chemicals on their face on a daily basis. When you're talking about lipstick and eyeliner and foundation and moving forward, and then the lotion, just lotion at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, this all adds up. Now, separately, do they hurt you? Combined, is it worse? I mean, if you're putting layers of stuff on, what is it doing together when chemicals mix? It's a little chemical cocktail there. What's shocking to me, and again, I always believe the government is always looking out for me, especially when I'm trying to eat something wrong. And why isn't the government why isn't the FDA looking into makeup?
The FDA really doesn't test any cosmetic products. They do set some standards for colors and certain well-known toxic ingredients. They set standards. In other words, it's not that they say you can't use them. They say keep it as low as possible. Now think about this for a second. How many women out there wear lipstick? Raise your hand. Oh my gosh, look at this. Huh? Okay. There's lead in your lipstick. Okay? This is right from the FDA's website. The FDA...
If you sell a home, you cannot sell a home with lead paint.
Now think about this. And
on the walls.
So the FDA says that they have determined that the amount of lead found in lipstick poses no safety concerns. Are you serious? Putting lead on your mouth, you eat, it gets on your food, you swallow it day after day after day after day? Would you do that to your children? Would you put a little tiny bit of lead on your kid's lip every day and send them to school?
No.
Of course not. Why? Because that's going to cause brain damage. It's going to cause neurological damage. But yet the FDA says it's okay if you get just a smudge of it in your lipstick every day for the rest of your life.
Do women still wear a lot of lipstick? I mean, in the 80s, I thought it was big. Do women still wear lipstick?
Yes.
I'm getting, at least as the floor manager is saying,
of course.
yes, of
lip
course.
line. Now they use lip liner to outline the lips and then lipstick.
Yes.
So there's the first thing that you need to think about. You need to find out if there's any lead in your lipstick, and you can do that at Environmental Working Group's website, EWG.org.
.org is the website you can punch in all your
let's talk about
stuff.
some other things that you're going to find, okay? Parabens. I bet you, if you grabbed a handful of your cosmetics and lotions right now, you'll find either ethyl paraben, methyl paraben, or propyl paraben. And well, guess what? In the recent past 8 or 9 years, they're starting to discover high levels of concentrated parabens in breast tumors. Now, we were talking about epigenetics in the last show.
Yes.
Okay? See how everything ties together where we talk here?
Yeah.
They're finding out that these tumors are almost 70 to 80% made up of parabens. Where are those parabens coming from? Well, that woman's rubbing it on her face every single day. Where is it accumulating? In a tumor in her breast.
Right. It's unbelievable.
Women should be outraged. You should be shocked by this.
Now, Carl, I know a lot of women out there are sitting there thinking, "Oh, well, you know what? I can't afford." That sounds probably like there's expensive makeup, but that's not the case.
Great point. So, Provage is a very, very expensive line of cosmetics. It costs like $125 for a 1-month supply of what do they call it? The tinted moisturizer, okay? It's loaded with all 3 parabens. The more expensive the cosmetic doesn't mean that it's safer. In fact, you'll find better products sometimes at Walgreens once you know what to look for. It's not about cost here.
Right.
It's about being informed.
Okay, so now let's add to it, and we don't want to scare you. Again, this show is just about take what you can use and you leave the rest, okay? So take the information you can and you got to move on. So let's add so your day consists of you get up in the morning, you drink your coffee, you're going to clean the countertop with some chemicals, okay? You're going to spray the can and cook some eggs, all right? And so you got now 2 chemicals, or now you're eating with. If you're not eating the right spray, okay?
Right.
So then you're going to take a shower with shampoo. They certainly could not be the right thing for you. And then you're going to put 120 chemicals on your face with makeup.
And walk
now,
out
you're
the door.
going to do that every single day.
That's the point.
Now, that combination could kill you.
Yes, and it does. And it affects you. You accumulate this stuff. You know how they keep fragrance in cosmetics? They use something called phthalates. Well, the population control agencies in New York City, the Population Council, did research about 7 years ago, and they found out that phthalates attach to the androgen receptors in men and women, and they block the effects of testosterone and estrogen.
Right.
Well, guess what? Research is now showing, and I think we may actually have a graphics for this, that there are actually phthalates in urine now. Oh, go back to the previous one. Go back to the previous one. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
There we go.
Cosmetic ingredients do not remain on the surface of the skin. They are designed to penetrate, and they do. Scientists have found many common cosmetic ingredients in human tissue, including phthalates in urine, preservatives called parabens in breast tumors, tissue, and persistent fragrance compounds caught in women's fat. Do these concentrations at which they are typically found pose a risk? For the most part, those studies haven't been done yet. Why not? But small, growing number of studies of scientific evidence is showing red flags. These things are being absorbed in your body. They're finding these things in breast tumors. They're finding it in your urine. It's not a good thing. You don't have to be a scientist to know that it's not good for you to have chemicals inside your body.
EWG.org. That is the solution we're going to give you today, is to go to EWG.org. You can punch in all your cosmetics, and they will tell you what is up with that. EWG.org.
Look for the skin deep list.
If you don't want to listen to the rest, if you want to walk away from the television set right now, we don't care, all right? It's more important you go to EWG.com and look up what your daughter and or relatives are.
I made the same mistake. EWG.org.
Right.
.org.
So
That's
it's
okay.
so easy to make that. EWG.org. If you want to walk away right now and punch that up, I think that's a good idea. Facts and myth are next. So what do we know and what's a myth with cosmetics next, right here on Superhuman Television.
Your body knows what it wants. It wants to feel stronger, work harder, act faster, and think sharper. Give your body more nutrients, more antioxidants, more protection, more of what it wants. Try Live On Lab's liposomal vitamin C today, risk-free, and give your body the nutrients to support your overall health, without jitters, without side effects. Order online at liveonlabs.com.
Welcome back to Superhuman Television. Okay, so, and another point that needs to be made. It's not just your face. You're putting this stuff on head to toe, as Tony pointed out before.
Think about this, women. When you get out of the shower, I mean, every woman does this. You do you got the towel on the hair, and then you go lotion from toes all the way up right when you get out of the shower, right?
Yeah, you're just bathing yourself in chemicals.
That's exactly. Well, if you're not using the right lotion, again, we're going to keep pushing that website, ewg.org.
There you go. Go there and look for the Skin Deep list and find your cosmetics and make sure that you phase out cosmetics that are not healthy for you. Now, some facts and some myths. Let's go ahead and put this first graphic up, please.
Okay.
We're talking about, these are the things that people think are actually happening. It's graphics number 3. There we go. It is, if it's safe for sale at a supermarket, drugstore, or department store cosmetic counter, it must be safe. That's a myth.
It is.
There's a lot of stuff that you're going to buy at the cosmetic counter anywhere that is not safe for you to put on your body, and here's why. The Food and Drug Administration has no authority to require companies to test products for safety. FDA does not review or approve the vast majority of products or ingredients before they go on the market. The agency conducts pre-market reviews only for certain color additives and active ingredients in cosmetics classified as over-the-counter drugs. That's it. So all that other stuff, it's like the Wild Wild West. If they decide they want you to put cadmium on your face because it'll make your face look better, they'll do it. Let's go to this next.
And what do you think companies are going to do?
Oh, they're going to do whatever they want.
Save money, and they're going to charge you.
Graphics number, here's the next one. The cosmetic industry effectively polices itself, making sure all ingredients meet strict standards of safety.
Myth.
Myth. In its more than 30-year history, the Industry Safety Panel, which is called the Cosmetic Ingredient Review, has assessed fewer than 20% of the cosmetic ingredients and found only 11 ingredients in 30 years that they felt were unsafe.
That's crazy. 11 in 30 years?
Really?
How many do you think is the real number?
Oh, forget about it. It's probably 80% of the stuff. Let's go to this next factor myth.
Myth.
The government prohibits dangerous chemicals in personal care products, and companies wouldn't risk using them. No.
Are you crazy?
Cosmetic companies may use any ingredient or raw material. This is right from the FDA's website, except for color additives and a few prohibitive substances without government review or approval. This is right from their website. A cosmetic manufacturer may use almost any raw material as a cosmetic ingredient and market the product without any prior approval from the FDA. I copied and pasted that right from the FDA's website.
All right. It is a lot like if, I mean, we all know China. China doesn't make anything that doesn't cause cancer and or kill people, all right, from drywall to carpet.
Right.
All right. And the FDA has pretty much told the cosmetic companies, we're like China. We're not going to regulate you at all.
Do what you want.
Do what you want, okay, and it's going to be fine. Now, if you're putting it on your lawn, that's one thing. You're putting it on your face. It's crazy to think about what you're putting on your face cosmetically. And again, some of the cheaper makeup is the better makeup, right?
That's right. You got to know what ingredients you're looking for. You got to go to ewg.org and find out. We have some other graphics that we can use real quick if we can get them up there. If we can put up the next graphic, is more than 500 products sold in the U.S. contain ingredients banned in other countries. Okay? Nearly 100 products contain ingredients considered unsafe by the International Fragrance Association. Go to the next one, please. We're running out of time. A wide range of nanomaterials, very, very small particles, whose safety is in question, are in common personal care products today. 22% of all personal care products may be contaminated with cancer-causing impurities like dioxins. I think we have one more before we go. Oh, that's it. Okay. So, look, we're not going to be able to solve your problem. We can't come to your house and go through your medicine cabinet with you and say, throw that away. But you can do it yourself. You got to go to ewg.org and search for the products you use today and get rid of the ones that are dangerous. Get rid of them. You don't need breast tumors. You don't need to have those epigenetic changes we talked about and become a hostage to your DNA. Get those cosmetics out of your.
We're not talking about Halloween makeup where you can just use it once a year and that's it. We're talking about stuff you put on your face every single day. You got to be aware of this. Superhuman Television, Carl Lenore and Tony Finetti back after this.
Superhuman Television will return after these messages.
Your body knows what it wants. It wants to feel stronger, work harder, act faster, and think sharper. Give your body more nutrients, more antioxidants, more protection, more of what it wants. Try Live On Lab's liposomal vitamin C today, risk-free, and give your body the nutrients to support your overall health, without jitters, without side effects. Order online at liveonlabs.com.
Welcome back to Superhuman Television. I am Tony Finetti, Carl Lenore here. Another fantastic show on your cosmetic makeup. Again, some 120 chemicals, 126 chemicals on your face sometimes. And again, 500 products are sold in the U.S. that are banned in Japan, Canada, and Europe. A lot of people live in those countries. 500 products that are sold on the shelves at Meijer and Kroger and Walgreens and all the rest of these stores. Take a look. And the solution we've always said on this show today, EWG.org is where you can go right now when this show is over and punch it up and take all your makeup, all right? And there's kind of punch in Dior Air Flash foundation, and then they'll tell you whether it's good or not.
And you know what? The simple solution to these things is to stay with natural botanical oils. This is a all-natural moisturizer that we picked up at a farmer's market. It's nothing but all different types of oils. And triclosan is one that we've talked about on previous shows that we have to just mention real quick. This is Clean Well. This is a hand sanitizer. It's made with botanical oils, and that's it. You don't need these powerful chemicals to do the job. Triclosan is in deodorant, too, because it stops the stuff that causes body odor. And triclosan is even in some children's cereals now. I think it's either Fruit Loops. It's the one that's all the different colors. I think it's Fruit Loops. Why is triclosan in a children's cereal? We have to get away from these chemicals.
It sounds like it needs to have a skull and crossbone on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a triclosan, but again, it's in our food. And no one loves to go into Bed Bath & Beyond in the mall more than I do and get those little different scented hand sanitizers. Our family loves those. You put them on your little hook thing,
right?
And and it smells like raw cookies or whatever. Right. You know, we love those things, but we have to look into those and what's in those hand sanitizers. Again, not to vilify any of these companies like Bed Bath & Beyond and Meijer and Kroger.
It's not their fault.
Some of their products on their shelves, you just take a look at it.
I put the responsibility for making sure the cosmetics you use at the FDA's doorstep, because we look at the FDA as the governing body between us and manufacturers, pharmaceutical companies and so on, so that they can't take advantage of us. And quite frankly, they failed miserably. So you must take control yourself. You cannot assume that these things are safe just because they're available in stores or because you think the FDA is telling you they're safe. You have to find out yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the steward for your health and longevity.
When tomorrow morning when you wake up and you get your routine on, when you cleaning the table, from cleaning the countertop for your kids before they eat for breakfast, and what you're cooking with to your makeup and your shower, I want you to sit down and map out how many chemicals you're exposing yourself to before 9 a.m. in the morning. Just think about it. Another great episode. Thanks for joining us here on WBNA every day here at noon. It's Carl Lenore, Tony Finetti, right here on Superhuman Television.
Your body knows what it wants. It wants to feel stronger, work harder, act faster, and think sharper. Give your body more nutrients, more antioxidants, more protection, more of what it wants. Try Live On Lab's liposomal vitamin C today, risk-free, and give your body the nutrients to support your overall health, without jitters, without side effects. Order online at liveonlabs.com.